Welcome back to another Battlefront update. 2018 is coming to an end, but that doesn't mean there still isn't time yet for one last Battlefront update. As we've got detailed news for that, along with plenty of teases for new content ready to hit the game next year in 2019. And let me tell ya, there are a lot of goodies in here. So take a seat and enjoy the latest news for Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now for the upcoming December update that is set to come out tomorrow, is of course the one we all knew would be containing the new appearance of General Kenobi, which is his famous design from the Clone Wars animated series. It'll be classed as an epic and cost 40,000 credits and 1,000 crystals. It's a clean and faithful rendition of Kenobi from the now iconic animated show, and one of the few skins I've been most looking forward to. In addition to this appearance, coming in the December update will also be some improvements for Kenobi in general and the map of Geonosis. But while most of these will be visual-only adjustments, there will be a few minor changes made to Kenobi's abilities that will fix some bugs you may have encountered. And unrelated note, DICE will be reducing the spawn timer down to 5 seconds from 10 seconds in blast mode, all to ensure that it remains the action-packed experience most people wanted and have asked for. Not surprisingly, this is a small but modest update. Now the real good stuff actually comes out from the recent community transmission made for the content coming to the game in 2019. This includes lightsaber combat improvements, trooper customization, and an emote wheel. For lightsaber combat, it's never been a secret that the lightsaber duels in Battlefront 2 never really came close to emulating those from the movies, especially like the older games did in the past, most notably the Jedi Outcast and Academy games. Although that seems to be hopefully changing for the better, as DICE recently began prototyping some new changes to the lightsaber combat that they're hoping to release early in 2019. The biggest change players will notice is how attacking heroes will no longer stagger backwards upon hitting a defending hero. Along with this, DICE also made a change that once a hero has run out of stamina, they will not be able to attack. Now for the December update, some lightsaber related changes will begin to roll out, where the stamina reticule will be replaced with a brand new user interface element, which will offer better insight into how much stamina players will have remaining. Alongside this, a new user interface element that displays the player's ability to dodge will be included as well. And it doesn't stop there, as DICE plan to make even more changes for lightsaber combat to make it as fluid, tactical, and most importantly, enjoyable as possible. Now for trooper customization, it's well, it's finally happened, everyone. They finally listened. After an entire year of, let's say, harsh criticism, DICE decided to listen to the community and will now add the officer class an armored appearance, while making the current Navy officer appearance a free unlockable option. This may not be a total shocker for most of you, as if you recall, as we originally expected armored clone officers to come with the Battle Geonosis update. And while we never got them, the most important thing was that DICE did tease them and never outright said that they weren't coming. I suppose they just weren't ready to release at that point for whatever reason. But fortunately they will be coming in early 2019, most likely in January. Another exciting feature to this is that we could be getting some proper trooper customization coming alongside as well, as DICE did provide 3 images of the armored clone officer using different skins. But the main takeaway here is that all 3 also have different equipment on as well, which could possibly be DICE's subtle way of teasing us that we will in fact be able to add different body gear to our troopers, well at the very least clones, come 2019. Also, I know a lot of people have been asking about when the proper corrections to the existing Clone Legion skins will be made, as still to this day they aren't right. And alongside the armored officers, DICE will be rolling out the Clone Legion appearance fixes and changes early next year. Finally, DICE are planning on adding an emote wheel to the game to allow players more options to express their personality within matches. Up until now, the amount of emotes players have been able to equip has been limited, but in early 19 that should change with an addition of an emote wheel. With this, players will be able to select up to 8 different emotes during a match. One tap of a button and the emote wheel appears, where from there you'll be able to select an emote you want to use. And along with that, DICE are also investigating the ability to add a secondary emote wheel that focuses more on gameplay related communication, such as cover me or defend here, which might I remind you was a well-known command feature from the original Battlefront games that allowed players to communicate and control the AI in battles. And this very feature is something from my list that I've been asking for since Battlefront 2015, and I'm happy to see DICE are now listening and considering this. As all of us console players know the struggles we have of communication with our team members during battles, considering there is no in-game voice chat. PC players can at least chat via text to communicate, while console players were left out in the dark in this area. At least until now. And who knows, with DICE thinking about adding the battle command emotes, this may or may not have something to do with that large offline game mode we've been promised to get. Like, oh, I don't know, maybe commanding our AI teammates in that game mode? Just saying. Lastly, it's hard to say to not try and get too excited about this upcoming information, but it has to be said nonetheless. As most of you know, DICE community manager Ben Walk always updates his Twitter header depending on the upcoming content we're supposed to get. He did this with Grievous before, now recently with Kenobi, and now lo and behold, he's got Clone Commandos as his Twitter header. He even made a comment about this, saying that each header has a story behind it. And also afterwards started teasing that he can't wait to show everyone blank and blank, with one Twitter user jokingly filling in the blanks with Clone Commandos and Droidicas. Now, other than these teases, we really can't do more than speculate at this point, at least until we do get the roadmap for 2019. But I gotta say, at the moment, it's hard not to see the very real possibility of Clone Commandos arriving to Battlefront 2 as a new reinforcement class in 2019. But that'll do it for this Battlefront update. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to the channel to not only support it, but keep up with Star Wars news, gaming, and canon lore released every week. And consider following me on Twitter and Facebook to never miss out on the latest Star Wars related content. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.